tackle position. What has the competition been like?
Competition is great. We got young guys and older guys that can play, move well, very well. And right now we just working on our technique, but the elite athleticism is there. We gotta bring it every day. Bring it every day, because if you slack one day and not being consistent, it's your job gonna get took. So yeah, we just come on our P's and Q's every practice, every day to prove ourselves.
Next question comes from Kelly Quinlan from Rivals.
Hey, Jaquan. I was curious, you guys are kind of focused differently, it seems like, just in terms of the offseason approach and trying to take care of things like penalties and mental mistakes and that kind of thing. How does that kind of manifest itself in a practice? How do you guys, is it like when someone makes a mistake, you guys stop down, or kind of how does that work?
No, when someone makes a mistake, we notice it. We don't just stop and just forget the rest of the play. We keep playing through the play, and then after the play, we go to the coaches and they tell us what we do better or what we did wrong, and just focus and emphasize on watching the ball, watching our keys, watching the man in front of us, because the start of the play is all about your eyes. So if you do something like jump off sides, it's your eyes not in the right place, and not focused on the ball, or it's not focused on your man. So really it's just about being disciplined.
Next question comes from Ken Segura from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Thank you, Jaquan. Coach Knight actually also mentioned having good eye discipline, I think the term is. And I'm curious, like as a tackle, where are your eyes going, and kind of what are you looking for?
My eyes are going. So if I'm at the 3 technique, my eyes are going at the guard, the via the neck of the guard. As I'm playing the 3 technique, if I'm in the 2 eye, my eyes, I'm gonna be at the 2 with my outside hand down, and my eyes are going to be on the via the neck of the guard as well. So it's just, in different alignments, you're still gonna be on the guard, but it's either if you're inside or outside of it. So yeah.
And then what are you looking for?
We just because on the stretch, so once our eyes go on the via the neck, if it tell us where we need to go, if we need to go to vertical, our eyes and our hands gonna follow wherever the guard goes. So if he goes to the left, our eyes going all the way, so our hands gonna follow him as he go. So that make us have our first step in the right step technique.
And I'm sorry, when you say the via the neck, like the kind of the top
like
of the jersey.
Yeah. So our inside hand is supposed to go right here, outside hand on the outside shoulder, so we can have control at the same time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, another question from Kelly Quinlan for Jaquan.
Jaquan, I'm just curious on the kind of flip side of things. We've asked a lot of you guys about who's standing out in your group, but I'm just curious, offensive line wise, like who are some guys you're having some fun competitions with this spring, and kind of who's caught your eye on that side of the ball?
All those guys are really put in work every day. Like Hoss, Hoss gonna bring it every day. We got some new guys like Devin outside on the edge. We got Kenny Cooper. He's senior now. He's hard to move. Really, Austin Smith, he got a quick first step. Everybody had a different the strengths and weaknesses, but they all work together and they come as a unit, and that's what makes them great. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes they're gonna push me, and when they see my mistakes, they gonna take advantage of that. And same with me. So yeah, it's all a competition. You gotta bring your stuff every play. If not, you just gonna be out bad, looking bad. So.
Okay, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up with one more question for Jaquan from Ken Segura.
Jaquan, just looking at the defense overall, I'm sure that the numbers you put up last year aren't what you wanted. What kind of things, like how can this group get better, and what kind of are your hopes, for the rest of spring and going into the season?
Technique, discipline with our eyes, just footwork and working on our hands, get more violent with our hands, our hips, everything that Coach Knight emphasizes and Coach Coleman emphasizes. But yeah, it starts with your eyes at first. So once we get good and consistent with our eyes, then we should be a hell of a defensive line.